Cosyton, a hideous sham of a town in which the prosperous citizens have no gripes or moans. Sadly, even the children are happy and secure. This is because they aren't punished for non-existent crimes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the playthrough of Dungeon Keeper. And straight away introduce you to the first and only secret as far as I'm aware on this level. Just digging down through all this gold, and there's a treasury down there at the bottom. Again, this is a tutorial level, so we'll be going through it as fast as possible. Introduces the training room. Few more heroes than last time, but they're still not a threat.
You have tunneled into a new area.
There we go.
You have taken control of a room.
Tell them to get a hurry on. Hoover up all this gold.
You need a bigger treasure room.
I'm not going to expand the one down there because that leads to open water, so and leaves a hole in the dungeon basically. So I'm just going to build another one up here. There's a huge pile of gold to the west that I'll be using for my training room. So I won't be using the treasure room down there at the bottom. It's just free gold essentially. Screw up a little bit here on building the rooms because I've got the imps in a bit of a frenzy, but we get there eventually. Again, not designed to be difficult, but
You need a bigger treasure room.
just breaks you in gently to the game. There's plenty of time for it to become much more difficult later on. But as you can see here, there's a huge quantity of gold there, and the fact that I have a treasury already means that it's going to take an absolute age to dig out. So to spare you that, I'm going to cut the recording and come back when that space is dug out. I'll just plonk down a couple of rooms in the meantime just so you can see how I'm going to lay out the dungeon. I think I make a little bit of a mistake with the layout here, but obviously it's not huge and the game's not going to punish you any which way or the other. I should have connected the treasury to what will eventually be the training room. I've already got the hatchery connected because that's the main source of creatures wandering off from the training room, is the fact they get hungry. So I'll build the hatchery here, and we'll come back once that rather large quantity of gold's been dug out. Okay, we're back. As you can see, 41,000 gold, give or take, is in the coffers now, so I'm not going to have any trouble whatsoever with gold. Let's have a check over here, just see, got to keep tidying up after the imps.
An entrance has been claimed.
Oh, I can't be bothered, you do it. Just build the training room now. Invariably it's going to be the biggest room in your dungeon, the place where most of your creatures spend the majority of their time. It does cost gold to train creatures, so you can't really, unless you've got pretty much an inexhaustible supply of gold, you can't really just turtle and train all your creatures to 10. It's not really an effective tactic anyway, due to the fact that the game tends to put quite a lot of secrets out amongst the levels. So if you don't do any exploring, you actually end up losing out and can lose to a kind of blitzkrieg strategy anyway. If there are level up specials on the level, etc., your opponent will end up getting pretty much insurmountable advantage on you. Anyway, for the next few minutes of the level, what it is basically is creatures coming in the dungeon, me picking them up, dropping them in the lair to make a lair, and then dumping them in the training room so that they can gain some levels. So again, not humongously exciting to watch. I'm just using some imps to fortify the dungeon, make sure no one can dig in, and yeah, just straight back to lair plus training room. So we'll cut to something a bit more interesting. Okay, as you can see, a lot of my creatures are trained up now. They do a little dance and celebration when they level up. Slapping makes them train faster, which is fine on sort of the early creatures, but on some of the later creatures that you get which have a bit of a temperament, it might not be the best idea. Heroes are on their way, so since my dungeon is completely fortified, let's dig them a hole and start a fight.
You have tunneled into a new area. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
As you can see, Demon Spawn's favourite thing to do is train, so even when you drop them into a fight, they'll go and train, whereas something like a beetle or a fly will just go off and do its own thing. Demon Spawns are obviously much better at fighting than either of those two anyway, so...
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Really, the other creatures are pretty much surplus to requirements here.
Your creatures are under attack.
Got a mighty level 3 fly there, I believe. Probably still couldn't take on any of these heroes on his own.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
You'll notice that screaming missile that the demon spawned through. That's an ability it gets at level 4, just gets a ranged attack, makes it a lot more useful against guys like archers who'll try and get away from melee combat and ping you at long range, so always a good ability to have. And again, this is the last group, I think, before the Lord of the Land appears.
You have tunneled into a new area. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Beware, the Lord of the Land approaches.
Your reign shall end before this day is done.
Highly doubtful. Again, he's just a nerfed level 1 knight, so he's not going to pose any kind of threat here, and I'm just going to drop all my monsters on him and kill him. I noticed in the last video I left behind the over elaborate death animation he goes through, so I've left it in this one.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
And that's that. See you in level 3.
Darkana. The surviving citizens have more on their plates than a demon spawn with 3 dead adventurers to munch. Not that many citizens have survived as such.